This is everything that happened on episode 14 of ROT, in case you missed it. This week started with the gauntlet match, and when I tell you,
Bree went crazy!
Bree Spawn not only won the gauntlet match, she got 5 of the 10 eliminations. Huh? 50%? You guys know what I'm gonna say at this point. It was a great match. There was a lot of showcase from a lot of cool people. We got to see some new faces. The story here was that Bree went crazy. So much so that her performance has earned her a special prize that I will disclose at a later date. Next up, you see, Brian Spector was in the gauntlet match this week, and she was a little upset that Kay Miowski once again pinned her. She can't go into community control with this kind of low momentum, so she had to get some sort of win tonight. So she stepped up, despite the fact that she just went through a long, grueling match against Ezra. Ezra, being the fresher of the two competitors, ultimately walked away with the win. And then something crazy happened. This incredibly handsome, thoughtful, funny, charismatic, big, hulking monster, ripped, shredded dude got into the ring and destroyed Ezra with a kendo stick. You hate to see it. Next up, Hot and Spicy Curry got her rematch against T. Louie 09 after taking the loss last week in Hot Girl Fight Club. And this week, it was under Mutiny Rules. Jay, what are Mutiny Rules? I'll tell you. Mutiny Rules means that if you fight one member of Mutiny, you fight all members of Mutiny. So T. Louie 09 went at it in a 3-on-1 handicap match. The match was really fun. T. Louie 09 and Hot and Spicy Curry had a really good one-on-one going for quite a while, but ultimately when Hot and Spicy Curry felt that she was getting a little too tired, she had 2 partners to tag out to. The combined force of Daddy Dula and Francesca and Hot and Spicy Curry was just too much for T. Louie to overcome. Dag nabbit, those darn Mutiny kids. We then moved on to the Twitch TV Tag Team Championship Triple Threat match. Mind-blowing that I was able to just say that on the first take. All 3 competitors are always great to watch, and this match was, of course, absolutely fantastic. Something that was a little bit of a surprise was that Violent Violet was able to walk away with the win, meaning that in both versions of the triple threat between these 3 teams, Fine Arts Violence picked up the win both times. I don't know about you guys, but I think Fine Arts Violence has earned an ROT Tag Team Championship match. Now, tonight was a night of 2 debuts, and while Dylan904 debuted in the Gauntlet match earlier in the night, we will talk about him next week. On this recap, we're going to talk about Al. Next up, we had a Fatal 4-Way where the rules were elimination, no pinfalls, submission, or knockout only. And shoot, buddy, let me tell you, it was brutal. You had Swooshy, you had Lux, you had Minu the dog, and then now we have this new debuting Al, who is an absolute unit. Al walks through the other 3 competitors and earns himself an undefeated first win. We then shift our focus to chew it how it feels fight. We then shift our focus to how it feels to chew 5 gum. Yeah. So last week, Zach gets the win over Builder Sushi. His partner Sam takes a little bit of umbrage with being left out of the proceedings. So this week we have a triple threat between Sam, Zach, and Sushi. Whew. And let me tell you, there was a lot going on here. On one hand, not wanting to be overlooked or outshined, Sam almost got the win 2 separate times. First locking in his submission on Sushi, which was broken up by Zach, and then later locking in his submission on Zach, which was broken up by Sushi. Halfway through the match, as Sushi's trying to desperately handle what is essentially a 2-on-1 situation, she's taken out of the equation, which leaves Zach and Sam to face each other. The match goes back and forth, but ultimately, Zach picks up another win. We still have this unknown favor looming that How It Feels to Chew 5 Gum owes Mutiny. With a little bit of dissension in the ranks between Sam and Zach, and now Sushi being thrown into the mix, what's gonna happen? Our next match was the Tank Open Challenge, and this is the part where you're probably expecting me to say, ooh, Tank walked through so-and-so, and then this is why this is a champ, but no, Maiden answered the challenge this week, and Maiden absolutely turned up, handing Tank only his 2nd loss in ROT. We then move on to our 2nd open challenge of the night, which was hosted by 8 Corpses. Now, the Diamond Patriot won the gauntlet last week by pinning 8 Corpses and earning himself a future Twitch TV championship match. So who answered the open challenge this week but none other than his partner, Tabby? It's been a minute since we've seen the Diamond Patriot and Tabby in singles action, but Tabby had an excellent showing against 8 Corpses. The problem is, it's 8 Corpses. He don't give a damn how good of a showing you have. When he wants to, you know what I'm saying? When he wants to choke you out, That's it. 8 Corpses picks up a high-profile win against Tabby. And in our main event, Jack was counted out last week when that absolute slime bag Francesca, that absolute sleaze bag Francesca whipped him into the barricade at the count of 8 and forced a count out. We don't like countouts around here. So Jack and Ignacio got their rematch against Mutiny. The match that was meant to be at Community Control before Mutiny relinquished the #1 contendership to How It Feels to Chew 5 Gum. Now, in a tag team steel cage match, both team members have to escape the cage in order for your team to win. And what does Ignacio do in the first few moments of this match but leave the cage and leave Jack to fend for himself? Jack, left to fend for himself in a 2-on-1 situation, fights his absolute hardest, but the numbers game gets the best of him. Dula escapes the cage, so now it's just 1-on-1, Francesca and Jack. We had a few moments there where Francesca was seconds away from escaping the cage, and Jack miraculously pops to his feet, scales the cage, and pulls her back in. For anyone who watches these recaps, and this is the main way that you watch the show, please take 10 to 15 minutes out of your day today and go back and watch the replay on YouTube. This was the best tag team match and the best steel cage match that we have ever had in ROT. We even had the occasional Ignacio cam. I'm gonna cut it right here for a second and just give you a super cut of all of the different Ignacios. And as he tends to do, in a situation where he's outnumbered, Jack overcomes the odds and pulls out the win, heading into Community Control with all of the momentum in the world. This show was super fun, you guys. I had a blast on episode 14. And now, all that's left is Community Control. With the polls for Community Control closed, we now know what the match card is going to be. The ROT tag team titles will be defended in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Ezra is going to have a little bit of a hard time winning that Twitch TV title off of 8 Corpses because I'm the referee. The recently reunited Grove will be taking on Assorted Mac for the Twitch TV Tag Team Championships. And as for the World Championship, walking away with over 60% of the votes, Builder Sushi gets her one-shot rematch against Tank Scenario for the World Championship. I cannot wait for Community Control, streaming live on June 30th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch TV. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Join us in our Discord. Come hang out and meet everybody. And as always, I'll see you Tuesday.